Another wonderful episode of Tall and Taller. Surprise episode today. Kind of want to get something out there before this Saturday. A bigger show this Saturday. We'll be talking a lot about the bigger University of Michigan news that came out this week, whether it's Matt White situation, Harbaugh versus NCAA updates, Blake Corum getting his car stolen. A lot of stuff to talk about. I'm going to save that for when Tall can be on here, when Ben can be on here, and we'll talk about that stuff Saturday. Also, Saturday, tune in. We're going to run a little, I guess, promo Saturday. We'll let you all know what it is Saturday. Kind of just a way to give back to everyone that's watched, things like that. But today, we're going to cover Michigan basketball versus Purdue tomorrow. Big game at Chrysler Arena. Number one Purdue coming into town. Michigan, hot and cold all season. Can't make up their mind how they want to play basketball. Some games they come out and look amazing. Some games they don't. We'll look at the Detroit Red Wings a little bit too as they come up to their All-Star break. We haven't really talked about them a lot this year, if at all this season. I would like to cover them a little bit. They're playing decent hockey. Gonna have to play really good after the All-Star break if they want to win, not a win. If they want to make the playoffs this season. But it's very, very possible. And then we'll talk about something that's a little bit old news, but we never really got around to talk about it on here, and I figured it'd be something good to add on. We'll talk about how Comerica Park, they're changing the dimensions of it, the outfield walls, getting brought in, lowered, raised, whatever. We'll talk about that a little bit at the end of the show. Probably a quick show today. Just want to get you guys an episode out there. So let's get into it. We'll start with the University Michigan basketball team. Juwan Howard and the boys playing tomorrow night at 9 o'clock Eastern time. Number one Purdue comes to town. Big game. This team, Michigan, I mean, really, somehow they've played decent Big Ten play. Haven't had the strongest of schedules coming into Big Ten in the first 8 games in the Big Ten that they've played. They're 11-8 overall in the season. But the 5-3 in the Big Ten puts them a half a game back, second place in the Big Ten. Purdue 8-1, sitting at 19-1 total all season. Purdue's in first place in the Big Ten, obviously. It's a big game, and I think it's a game that Michigan can win. I do. I don't think Purdue's unbeatable. Zach Edey is a monster. I mean, man's averaging 21.5 points a game, 13.2 rebounds a game. I mean, going to be tough to stop him. But if Hunter Dickinson can stop him by himself, that's even better. But even if we get him a little bit of help, whether it's Terrence Williams or even Will Cheddar. Will Cheddar's been playing very, very good, and I've actually liked the way that he's played this season. But we'll get into that. Purdue in the last 5 games is 5-0. Beat Penn State, beat Nebraska, MSU, Minnesota, and Maryland. Michigan 3-2 or 2-3. I'm sorry. Lost to Michigan State last time we talked about Michigan basketball on here. I was very wrong on my prediction on that. Very bad game to watch. Lost to Iowa, and just a horrible showing in Iowa City. And now I can't think where Iowa plays. Sorry, guys. Horrible showing there. Had the game in wraps, up by 4 with very little time left. Foul and 1-3, got all 4 points, tied it, went to overtime. Pulled off a really good win, I think, against Northwestern. Northwestern seems like a pretty decent team this year in the Big Ten. Looking very well. And then we lost at Maryland. Another bad showing by the Wolverines. Very bad showing. No offense. Truthfully, very little defense in that game also. I mean, that's kind of a running factor that we've seen this season. And then pulled out another win against Minnesota just the other day, Sunday. If you look at the team stats, the teams are actually, other than points for, they're pretty tight. Each team scoring about 74 points a game. Now, this is where it comes into play. Purdue's defense is way better than Michigan. Michigan's giving up 10 more points than they are a game at 69, and Purdue's only giving up 59. So shooting everything else really across the board, though, it's not too far off from the same. We're gonna have to rebound. That's one thing that's killed me this season about Michigan is they have not rebounded the football well at all. I'm sorry, not the football. I was watching football highlights earlier. Sorry, guys. They haven't rebounded the basketball well at all this season. They've been killed on the boards all season, which one thing I see, I'm 6'8". I played center in high school. I ask is I don't see anybody really but Hunter Dickinson crashing for the defensive rebound or try to get an offensive rebound. Offensive rebounds are one of your biggest advantages if you can get them. I think you at least need 2 or 3 people to go try to get the basketball on the offensive side. But that's just one of my complaints. I've always been taught that to go after the basketball. Offensive rebounds are huge. Try to get those extra points. That's going to be a very big key, though, for that game is if we can rebound. If we can't rebound, Edey's going to kill us. Edey's going to eat us up inside, and this game will not even be close. Good thing is Michigan's 8-2 at home this season. Lost a very, very bad game to Central Michigan, and then lost one more to, I believe it was Virginia. Yes, against Virginia. So 2 good opponent, 1 good opponent, 1 not very good opponent. I want to just point out that since that Central Michigan game, we have seen a little bit more fight. We'll look at this real quick for the game on Saturday or tomorrow night. I'm sorry. Let me pull something up here. So injuries wise, Jet Howard still day to day. Per Juwan Howard today, came out during the game against Minnesota with an injury. Still day to day. We'll not find out if he's going to play or not. Probably until game time. Apparently, honestly, in my opinion, that's just kind of what I think, and I think that's what everybody is looking into at this point. I'm trying to. Jace Howard, I know, is hurt, and somebody else is Uslov, the German kid. I'm sorry, guys. I don't remember. I can't think of his name right now. Let me pull this back up here. Pull the Purdue game up. Purdue's only a 5-point favorite. I think the crowd factor tomorrow, we're going to need the Maze Raiders. We're going to need all the Wolverine fans out there are going to have to be loud tomorrow. Like I said, I think we have a very good shot to win this game. This team this year seemed to came to play when we've played good teams, especially at Chrysler Arena. Maze Raid's going to be loud. It's just a big game, and I mean everybody who's played any sport knows in big games, especially at home, you're ready to go. You don't need help. It's a primetime game, 9:00 Eastern time. It's a primetime game. You don't got to worry about not being ready to go. I don't think, in my opinion, that crowd energy will help them there. Now, if I look at, I wish I could pull up the Purdue side of things here. This Purdue team is pretty well rounded all the way around. I mean, they wouldn't be 19-1 if they weren't. number one team in the country. But like I said, field goal percentages, Michigan is 0.6 less, getting out rebounded more by 2, out assisted by 3. All in all, to win this game tomorrow, we'll wrap this up real quick. To win this game tomorrow, it's going to come down to a few things. I've talked about them a little bit. It's going to come down to well-rounded play by everybody. Big question with Jet being out, but Jet being hurt, is he going to play? Is he not? Shouldn't matter, in my opinion. There's enough talent on this basketball team where it shouldn't matter. Yes, a great player, probably one of the most NBA ready players that we've had since Trey Burke, Tim Hardaway Jr., Gunnar Robinson, them players back in the Beeline era. My opinion, he's one of the most NBA ready freshmen that I've seen since then. You're gonna have to well-rounded play, total round. Can't have turnovers. Can't be turning the ball over, dumb turnovers. You're gonna have to rebound the basketball. You cannot let Edie and everybody else get offensive rebounds. Offensive rebounds have killed us all season, like I said, and it's frustrating to watch. It is. It really is, and especially when you're coming up against kid. I think Edie 6 or 7'3", something like that. I mean, he's averaging 5.3 offensive rebounds a game, so you gotta get him off the boards. Cannot keep him on the boards. If he stays on them, good luck, guys. It's going to be a long night for the Wolverines. Finally, seems like always something that even since the Beeline days that we've done, and like I said, either kills us or makes us wonderful. But I think tomorrow night it's going to have to make us wonderful, or it's going to hurt us. Obviously, it's going to hurt us. Is we're going to have to take and make the 3-point ball. We seem to, every team seems to live and die by that we've had over the past few years, and when it's going good, it goes very well. Like, I mean, that's how we pulled off a big win against Maryland earlier this season at home, the 40-point win over them. Then again, it's killed us, like against Michigan State. Michigan State, we couldn't make a 3-pointer to save our lives, let alone make a basket. I mean, that game was just rough to watch, even for Michigan State fans. If they say otherwise, they're just saying that because they won the basketball game. That game was a very rough game to watch if you're a basketball fan, period. But we'll see. I think it's a close game. I do think Purdue wins, and I think they kind of win it towards the end of the game, free throws, things like that. That's where it'll come into tea. Real quick, just thought about something else. Gotta make your free throws, guys. This team, something with Beeline that I loved about Beeline's teams, they were so good at the free throw line usually. Usually they were. And this team's just been killing me to watch it. I mean, I'm so much for me to talk. I shot 50% from the free throw line in high school. It is what it is, though. It wasn't what I was, but man, this team, Division I players, you got to make your free throws when you get them. And this team has not been there this season with free throws at the end of the game. The Iowa game, you make those free throws towards the end that we missed in like the last 2 minutes of that game, 3 minutes of that game. We don't even have to worry about giving up that and one foul for a 3, and we still win the basketball game. But like I said, I think Purdue comes out on top. Purdue's on a roll. Number one seed in the country. And I think Purdue comes out up top by a score of 79-60. 79-69. I think they win by 10. And so they cover their spread. We'll see, though. Should be a good game, I think, throughout the night, though. I don't think it'll be a blowout fashion game like maybe some people are expecting. But again, it's at Chrysler Arena. Guys, I know everyone in Michigan. Know y'all are up there in a snowstorm right now. But if you guys can't get out there, want to get out there, tickets are $10, as low as $10 right now on Vivid Seats. No free ads, guys. So get out there and support the Wolverines, guys. Get out there, get loud. Be really cool to see on TV. See Chrysler Arena packed out tomorrow night and be loud. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll move on here. Get off the Michigan high horse for the night. Even though I know everyone loves talking about Michigan. I mean, I do too. We'll get on to the Detroit Red Wings. Been kind of an up and down season. They're sitting at 20-18-8. Kind of where they were at this time last season. I mean, they're sitting at 6th in the Atlantic Division. But they're 13 points out from the playoffs. Well, at least to get in the Atlantic Division playoffs part. Non-wild card spot. Last night, big win, in my opinion, here to finish out before the All-Star break against San Jose. Overtime win. Michigan native Andrew Kopp. That's the game winner in overtime. Husso played another great game in the net. But I think this team is on the verge of the Red Wings getting back to what they were. When you lose as much as the Red Wings lost after Datsuk, Lindstrom, Zetterberg, all them players, Osgood, players like that leave. The Detroit Red Wings went from having the best players in hockey to having some of the worst players in hockey on their team in little over a year. I mean, as we've seen over the past few years, haven't made the playoffs in 6 straight years, which isn't normal after we made it for 25 straight seasons. It sucks to see your team. This team, though, in my opinion, we have 2 more games left to All-Star break. They play Montreal tomorrow night at 7 Eastern time, and then they play the Islanders Friday. They play Islanders Friday at 7 Eastern time. We'll see how that comes out. Whether I think they at least need to win one of them. They need to get one of those, go 2-2 in the last 4. I would love to see them win both those games and go 3-1 in the last 4. Go in to the All-Star break with momentum. Get in there, go in there with momentum. Get your rest and those 10 days off, and come back out in the second half of the season and play some good hockey and fight your way into the playoffs. It's going to take a lot, but this team, as long as they stay healthy, which another thing have not happened this season, have not stayed healthy, been very tough on the team. Tyler Bertuzzi's been hurt so much. Larkin's been hurt. Husso's been hurt. You name it, they've probably been hurt this season, and it's killed us. But what do you do? Injuries are part of the game. Sometimes, though, it seems like it's only my teams that decide that the sports gods are going to give injuries to, it seems sometimes. But it is what it is. The Red Wings, though, like I said, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, this team is sitting where it was about this time last season. Can it flip from where it was this time last season and flip it in the second half of the season and win and make it to the playoffs for the first time in 7 years? we'll see how that one goes, and see if they can pull it off. For the next topic, guys, I'm gonna hold off on the Comerica Park real quick. This is kind of a question for y'all. Send them in to message us, reply to us, whatever you got to do. Let us know what you think about this. Um, a lot of places, a lot on Twitter, some news sources. I was reading it today. Damar Hamlin. Yeah, everyone knows about the Damar Hamlin story, and there's, I swear, there's conspiracy theories about everything, every possible thing that there can even become a conspiracy about. There's a conspiracy. A lot of people out here saying, "Oh, that Damar Hamlin's wasn't actually at the game. That wasn't Damar Hamlin at the game against the Bengals on Saturday or Sunday, whatever day it was, Sunday. Um, that wasn't Damar Hamlin at the game. Couldn't see his face. Couldn't see him when they showed him on the TV or on the jumbotron. Um, like, I come on, guys. What do you think happened? Do you think he's dead? I did because I don't. This has got to be one of the most funny things that I've seen. Let me find this video real quick. It's just it's a joke to me. Like he's not dead. Like that was him. Josh Allen even said that, like, that's a joke, guys, right? Let me, if I can pull it up, guys. I want to show this video of Josh Allen's asked about it, and it says, dude, in everything he says, it's true. He's on a podcast about it, and it's got to be one of the funniest conspiracies I've seen in a while. He was in the locker room beforehand. Of course, I can't find the video now. Check it out. The Josh Allen's on what's it called? Kyle Brandett's basement. Oh, here, I got the video. Hang on one second, guys. But like it's got to be one of the biggest jokes there is, right? Damar Hamlin, that was him. There's pictures of him, plenty of pictures of where he actually has his face down. He's there. It wasn't a stunt double. I don't think the NFL would be lying to us that Damar Hamlin didn't make it, didn't survive. Get over yourselves. Respect the fact that this man is honestly still going through a lot. Don't play bullshit conspiracy theories about it, because you're hurting other people at that point. So get over yourselves. I don't know. It kind of just made me mad now that I think about it. Let me pull this up real quick. Here's the Josh Allen commenting on it. It's funny.
New York Post and other outlets are running stories about a Damar Hamlin conspiracy theory in which people are suggesting that he was not at the game on Sunday and that it was some sort of body double conspiracy cover up. It goes on and on and on into the tinfoil hat territory. Would you like to debunk that conspiracy theory or maybe confirm it?
Yeah, that's stupid.
Okay.
That you said there's mainstream media outlets pushing this.
There's mainstream media outlets. There's people with like really legitimate heavy followings who are saying the fix is in. That was not DeMar. His face was covered. He had sunglasses. He had a hat. When they went to him on CBS, you couldn't see him. And that there's this next level conspiracy that was actually not DeMar Hamlin at the game. They're saying it.
One, that's DeMar's swag. That's what he liked. He likes wearing that. Two, he was in the locker room with us pregame. So yes, that was DeMar. As far as the whole cloning deal, I know that I
Such
saw
a
DeMar
joke,
post
guys,
something
like-
hashtag clone or something
Yeah.
playing into it, which I think's funny. But
You can tell that he's flabbergasted. Like, he's
yeah,
like surprised and
this
shocked by it.
trophy
Also,
fish, it's pretty big. So I don't know what to say.
Yes. Okay. So you don't think that you were
Yeah.
duped by fake DeMar in the locker room when you saw him? Let's just get that out there.
I don't think so. If it is, who knows? But that's my guy.
Are you suggesting there's maybe a chance it was?
No, there's absolutely zero chance. There's absolutely zero chance. That's
Okay.
the
Good.
DeMar Hamlin. That's our guy. That's our brother. He was with us pregame, postgame. He was up in the suite with his family, his little brother, 100%. So people need to stop.
I got it.
all right, guys. I mean, yeah, I get it. You could say, "Oh, Josh Allen's just covering." He was told that he has to cover. Guys, I'm pretty sure Josh Allen, someone wouldn't cover for a teammate actually being dead, and I'm pretty sure no one on the Buffalo Bills would either. I mean, anyone who believes otherwise that wasn't that wasn't DeMar Hamlin. Wow, DeMar Hamlin. Get off your high horse. Have a good night. Get over it. It was him. Stop thinking of. Why wouldn't you want it to be him? That's my main question. But I mean, I'll ask you guys. Go ahead and reply to us. Let us know on comments, Facebook, Twitter, anything really. DM. Feel free. Let us know if you all think otherwise. But to me, it was him. I wouldn't hope any other way that it wasn't him. I wouldn't want it to be any other way. So it was a good thing that he was able to make a full recovery. I know he still has a long way to go, as from what we've heard, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I mean, but he's on the right track, right on the right road, especially if he's at a football game. Well, supposedly at a football game, as people want to say, Sunday afternoon. But we'll get over that for a little bit and move on to, like I said, a little bit older news. Came out back in early January. I think like a week or two ago. They announced Detroit Tigers announced that they're going to adjust their outfield dimensions. Comerica Park, as we all know, is massive. Massive, massive, massive. Biggest, deepest center field in all baseball at 422 feet. So here's the adjustments they're going to be making, guys. And this is all coming off. They garnered all this off feedback from fans, players, front office stakeholders, people that I guess probably fans would say fans. They mean season ticket holders, in my opinion. Because why can't I ever be picked for one of these so-called surveys? So the center field fence is going to be moved in 10 feet closer to make it 412 feet. Center field wall is going to be lowered 8.5 from 8.5 feet to 7 foot. So lowering all the fences. Right field, right center wall. So that massive wall in right center, kind of out by where all the names are. Been retired, things like that. Right center wall is going to be lowered from 13 feet to 7 foot. And then the right field wall is going to be lower from 8.5 foot to 7 foot. So pretty much going 7 foot all the way around the ballpark. 7 foot walls all the way around the ballpark. Going to make it easier to hit it out, I guess. The benefits of this, there's a few. You're gonna reward hitters. I guess baseball. You're gonna maintain the. I guess okay. Hang on. So, like I said, you're gonna reward hitters. You're gonna maintain a high number of extra base hits on balls and playing gap. I mean, it's gonna keep the game more exciting. I get it. But I think that was the best part about Comerica Park. And again, it definitely could be hurting us because I mean, that could be why no one wants to come play it in Detroit. I mean, yeah, I get it. Detroit sucks right now, has for 5 years, which oh God, every team in Detroit sucks and it makes me mad. It hurts my heart. But I think that could be another reason is to get more maybe free agents potentially want to come play here because I have a better chance to hit home runs. I guess, like I said, I'm kind of torn between it. Just because I was a huge fan of the uniqueness that was Comerica Park, having the 422-foot center field wall, that big outfield, that big wall out there in right center. Because their right center field wall would make some nasty plays. Ricochets, things like that. I mean, again, let us, like I said, comment, retweet, whatever. Let us know what y'all think about this. I mean, I know it's been, like I said, this has been out for about a week and a half, 2 weeks now. We'll see. I said this is supposed to be done by this opening day of 2023, which I believe is March 30th is opening day this season. I would love. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, I would love to keep the old Comerica Park like it was. Pitcher friendly park, but yeah, games got kind of boring sometimes there. I can't imagine though if they would have done this originally. Is how many more home runs would Miguel Cabrera have? It'd be interesting to actually see, and I think somebody out there did the math and like took a lot of time to go through and find out what balls that would have been home runs that weren't because of it. But let us know, guys. Did you think Comerica Park was really too big, or do you think this is a money plan to get people to come back to the ballpark because we suck? Let us know what y'all think. Like, please respond. Let us know what y'all think about it. Whether y'all like the opportunity, the changes, anything like that. But yeah, I think that's really all I got tonight. Like I said, it was going to be a quicker show tonight. I talked a little bit longer, I think, than I probably should have on a few things. But that's okay. That's why it's a podcast. And if y'all don't like it, I'm sorry. I mean, it happens sometimes. Like I said, me and Taller go off on rants all the time. If I'm by myself, I'm going to go off a rant, and no one can stop me if he's not here. So, we'll see. Guys, go follow us on our social media, Facebook. It's Tall and Taller, Tech TNT. Go follow us on Twitter at Tall and Taller 11. Go follow us on TikTok at Tall and Taller 44. YouTube at Tall and Taller 528. We can also be found on Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, and I'm still trying to get it on Apple and Audible, I think. I just haven't had time to get it on there, guys. I'm sorry. But please check us out. Again, we're pretty much anywhere you can find us. find social media other than Instagram. We are not on Instagram, check, or Snapchat. Anywhere really though, other than those two places, we're there. So please go check us out. Share with your friends and family, guys. And again, remember this Saturday for the show, gonna be a longer show with all the news that we're gonna be covering. And again, remember when we run a promotion. So please, guys, tune in and find out what the promotion is so you can find a chance to maybe win something, maybe come on the podcast, something like that, guys. So please check it out Saturday. Please check out this episode, share with your friends and family, let them know about the promotion. And yeah, guys, that's all I got for the night. As always, go blue. And we'll see y'all Saturday. Have a great night.